Are you aware of the recent news that Chance the Rapper is being sued by his ex-manager for millions and millions of dollars?
No. Oh my
what?
goodness.
When was
Wait,
this
you didn't know that?
on?
This is quite recent, but basically, Chance. Okay, I'm gonna tell you guys a fun little story about an album called The Big Day.
No, I don't need to hear that from you again.
Apparently, Chance suddenly he had an agreement with his manager that he would pay him I think it was about 15%
God, you have a lot of
all the money he made, and basically their relationship was pretty good until one day in I think February, shortly before his wedding, he just suddenly announced that he would
before the big day.
Before the big day, yes.
Right.
He announced that there would be another big day coming up in July when he'd be releasing an album, and he hadn't cleared this with.
That's some wordplay right there.
He hadn't cleared this with his manager or anyone, or even started on a single song, and also he had his wedding and his honeymoon coming up, which was gonna take some time, and he still had an album planned for quite shortly after that, relative to how long it takes to make an album, especially since this was supposed to be his big debut album.
Right.
So anyways,
Big day
apparently
view.
according to his manager, when they were recording the album, he didn't have any ideas, so they had some of the most unproductive sessions that Chance had ever had, which was especially bad considering that they were running out of time to finish the album and Chance didn't want to move the date it was going to come out.
My God.
So an explanation behind why the album sounds the way it does is that apparently he just started improving random stuff. That's most of what the lyrics are.
I got that impression from it. I'm sorry. I want someone to write one of those 33 1/3 books about the big day. I really want that.
What happened is basically the big day failed legendarily.
Yes.
His tour sold worse than any of the worst possible predictions. He had to cancel the tour because it sold so badly. And then Chance blamed his manager. Even though his manager told him the whole time was dude, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you releasing an album in July when you haven't even started on it? But Chance blamed it on a lack of advertising and just missteps that his manager caused in the production.
That is why Big Day was bad, because there weren't enough ads.
Yeah, if there were ads that showed off I'm a little LeBron, that's a killer line that would have sold the whole tour.
I think if a corporation had told me to listen to it, I would have given it a better score. Yeah.
I would.
If that line was patented by
Anthony Fantano would have given it a 10 if Disney had told him to listen to it.
Yeah, in fact, if the CD on the cover, the album cover, if it had Mickey Mouse ears on it, then it would be a better album.
Yeah, because you try to put it in your CD player and it wouldn't spin because there's two giant Mickey Mouse ears preventing it, so you can't listen to it.
So you can't actually hear it. Yeah, that's what make it better.
But I have no sympathy really for that situation because he fucked it up completely himself.
He screwed other people over and blamed other people.
Screw other people over. You've got every opportunity in the world, and then you just squander it so completely and utterly.
Yeah,
I can't think of a bigger failure.
Just on the fault of one person.
How far the drop was in recent memory.
Well, yeah, you can't feel bad for him because he just burns all these bridges as soon as someone doesn't like his music.
Yeah, have you seen how he
years and years and years on his debut album? And he's in such a good position because he's beloved and a household name, and also still, to some crazy outsiders, operates under the guise of being independent.
Yeah, he was somehow one of the biggest names in rap, and he hadn't even dropped an album.
Yeah, I can't imagine anyone in recent memory who was in a better position, and then he squandered it. So yeah,
but have you seen how he responds to fans who even slightly criticize anything? One person just said that they questioned. They didn't even say that they hated the big day. They just sort of questioned it, and he responded with "Eat a dick."
Yeah, eat a dick. That's what he said. And then he just keeps saying
he's
it like a really
Christian
bad
boy.
troll. He keeps trying to bait these fans and try and act like he's above them, despite the fact that he's using 13-year-old tactics. It's
well, he used 13-year-old tactics to make the big day, so I guess it's kind of
unfair. That's true, but it's so pathetic how far he's fallen and how me and him don't exist in the same world.
He met Kanye West. He was never going to fail.
Yeah, but
like, what happened? Did he unmeet Kanye West? Anyways, he blamed his manager, and basically the agreement he had with his manager to give him 15% of all profits was a verbal agreement. They never signed anything, which is a huge mistake for the manager.
No, that's the independent way though. He's an independent
That's the
artist,
independent method.
Just trying to make a name for himself using handshakes and verbal.
They never had a real contract. It was just oral. So basically, since Chance blamed his manager, he just fired his manager and stopped paying him any money.
Severance without pay. He gave him severance without pay.
and just put his dad in the position of his new manager.
Oh
so
my God.
that's why he's suing him. And he's also his manager shits on the big day like every time he opens his mouth now.
Wait,
he hates that album.
The managers. Well, of course. Oh my God, it's so funny.
Yeah.
Not only is it a pile of shit, and not only is his name attached to it, so it like scars his resume.
Yeah,
now he associates it with being blackballed by Chance the Rapper. So
apparently he's actually had trouble finding work despite being Chance's manager from the very beginning of his career, just off how bad The Big Day is. That's how blacklisted that album is.
I imagine in everyday life, one of his friends like just mentions that album and he slaps them in the face, just like no.
No, you know the hand
completely. That's
terrible. You know the hand on the album cover? He gets his hand ready like that, and then he slaps his friend's face with it.
Yeah, I'll give you a big
perfect form.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good one-liner. I gotta use that.